Velador. Hey, how you doing, man? Jonathan Loy. And I think it's good that you guys start building your own brand and making sure that you're getting people to recognize your name. And as they, Jose Sanchez, make sure that, Saeli Gutierrez, hey, coach, I'm the girl. I'm the bash the company. I saw a post. Not hanging with ignorant people, and it's done. So good. I'm glad you're getting better. I'm glad you're learning, and good to have you on, Alfred Martinez. Good job, buddy. Change your name. Change your Instagram name to Alfred Martinez, and you might have to put Alfred Martinez 1000 or whatever, but change your name. So okay, so let's do this, guys. We're going to get started. We're going to talk about the power of the mind, man. Your mind is so freaking powerful. It could change your life, man. No more messing around. No more, shitty thinking. No more bullshit drama. No more worrying about shit that doesn't matter. You're going to change your life right now because you're going to change your thinking, okay? And we're going to do this together right now. I got a couple of points. And the first one is just identifying that the past does not equal the future, man. All that really matters is what you're doing right now. Who cares about the past? It doesn't matter where you're at right now. What matters is where we are going. If you know what you want and you know where you're going and you got a good vehicle to get there, you're going to get to where you want to go. No question about it. All right, but you have to make sure that you don't beat yourself up, man, about the past. Who gives a shit about the past? It don't matter. It don't mean nothing. Okay, it didn't matter that I was a bad kid growing up. Who cares that I got in a lot of trouble in high school and junior high school, and I argued with the teachers all the time, and I got in trouble, and I was in the principal's office. I didn't show up to most of the classes. Who cares about that crap? It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. All I care about, all anybody really cares about, is your results today, okay? So no more beating yourself up. No more thinking about that crap. And let me tell you something. Number two, it's who you hang around. Number two, I apologize. You got to remember that people will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure, okay? So look, you will do more to avoid the pain of something than you will to get the pleasure. That's why a lot of people aren't successful, is because you avoid the pain of it all, man. And so you're always avoiding what needs to be done because it's painful, man. It's not easy to get up early and work out. It's not easy to get up early and study your test. It's not easy to stay out late at night and be on appointments. It's not easy to get rejection. A lot of things in life, it ain't easy. That's okay. Stop avoiding it. Stop avoiding the inevitable of life. Life is painful sometimes. Okay, now let me tell you something. If you stop avoiding the pain, then you're probably gonna get a lot of pleasure, man. That's my life. That's what happened to me. A lot of years ago, at 21, I decided to go into business. I got really disciplined. So Amy, that just got on, yes, working on your self-discipline. I worked on my self-discipline. I got really, really focused, really disciplined. And by the way, I'm going to open this up for question and answer in a little while. So if you got questions, start thinking about them now. And I want you guys to throw out some questions every now and then, and I'll answer anything, man. I mean, anything about anything. I'm transparent. I want to get to know you guys. I want you to get to know me. I want to start building some relationships here. But hey, look, so look, no more avoiding the inevitable, man. Life is painful. It hurts sometimes. It's not easy sometimes. And so the quicker you figure that out, right? That's the power of the mind. We can't avoid the things that are inevitable. Okay, so and so a lot of years ago, I decided to get really disciplined. I started doing shit that I didn't want to do, that I didn't feel like doing. And then what happens, right? What happened? I started building a successful business. And because I started building a successful business, And I became successful, and now my life is a lot of pleasure. I get to do anything I want to do anytime I want to do it. Totally, absolutely financially independent, worth millions and millions of dollars. I want to help you get your mind right, because if you get your mind right, man, nothing can stop you. All right, so we're going to do this, all right? So, Amy, what to do to build self-discipline, man, when you're a personality void routines. Look, you got to get in routines. You just got to get in the right routines. I'm actually very routine oriented. I do a lot of the same things every single day. I eat at the same places every day. I eat the same kind of food every day. I'm very, very disciplined in the things I do. Now, hey, every now and then I go out there and I have a bunch of fun. This weekend I went out, and we actually went out with a couple of really good friends Friday night and Saturday night. And I splurged a little bit. I ate a little bit more dessert than I probably should have. And we stayed out a little bit later than we should had. I had a couple more cocktails than I usually have. And so the truth is that you can, if you get disciplined, it doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you're never going to have fun. It doesn't mean that you're never going to do anything other than that routine. Of course not. But if you get disciplined for a period of time, you're going to get the freedom to be able to do the things that you want to do. The next one, number 3, is the greatest stories come from those people that hit rock bottom. All right, so you're going to probably, at one time in your life, you're going to be hitting it, man, and you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get beat up a little bit sometimes. And you got to be okay with that. And know that, see, look, my story is a great story. I always tell people, build your story. My story is a great story of a young kid that wasn't that smart, that was afraid of a lot of things. My self-esteem was very low. I was nervous and intimidated. A lot of people, it made me nervous. And so I was scared. I was scared to do a lot of things. I procrastinated probably more than I would have liked to. And so, so I didn't do that well. I wasn't very successful. I mean, my jobs before I started business were jobs like I worked at Vaughn's grocery store. I was a Subway, like the sandwich place. I worked at Subway sandwiches. I worked at a little mom and pop business making $7 an hour. I would draw. I'm a pretty good artist. I used to draw logos for companies. I did that a few times. And I was trying to be a cartoonist, which I failed miserably at because I had no mentors. I had nobody teaching me how to be successful at that, endeavor. And so of course I failed. And so when the greatest stories come from those that maybe didn't have the best start. Maybe you're not having the best start right now. I encourage you to know that the shit that you're going through right now, you feel like things are jacked up right now. That's what's going to make your story great. If it was all perfect and everything was roses and rainbows, maybe it wouldn't be as good of a story. So I'm telling you, some of the best stories, man, come from those people that got kicked in the gut. They got their teeth knocked out, but they just wouldn't quit. They just wouldn't give up. They just kept fighting, kept going. And man, they ended up, winning. And those are the inspiring stories that we all love to hear about, don't we? I mean, you kind of, I give you a little bit of hope. Come on. You're sitting there and you're going, shit, if this guy could make millions of dollars, I'm smart, man. I graduated college. You're thinking in your mind, I graduated college. I got half a brain. I'm pretty smart. I got A's in high school. I'm pretty, I get along. I've been sailing for years. I never sold anything before I got in Primerica. I never led anything before I started in business. And so that's the bottom line is that you got to know that your story is exactly what it's supposed to be right now. But there's got to be something, man. There's got to be that, you're just like an inch away from changing everything. You got to start, changing. You got to start making some different choices, and that's what's gonna help you a lot. Number 4, and I'm only gonna do 5 of these today, and then I'll open it up for questions. Number 4 is our reality is what we mostly focus on. So of course you've heard me say a million times, whatever we think about with passion and courage and discipline and determination and just what we think about that's what we become about. That's ultimately going to become our reality. And so you've heard me say it a million times, but that's the truth. Our reality comes from what we think about. And so whatever you're thinking about, you will become about. Believe that, know that, talk about that. Make that a part of your thinking routine. One of the things that I've done for a bazillion years, one of the I had I'm big on goals, and I used to have my goals in my wallet, and I had my goals just wrapped up in a little I'd fold it up and put it in my wallet every chance I got. If I was sitting there waiting on an appointment, or I was sitting there at the mall, or if I was in the restroom, I would pull out that goal list. And what I would do is I would read it, man. I had just one sheet of paper. I knew I said, if this doesn't happen, this won't ever happen. I knew exactly word for word what I wanted, okay? What I wanted, what I believed was going to happen. And I ingrained it in my mind every day. I used to listen to audio books. Think and Grow Rich, Tony Robbins, Tom Hopkins, there's a million others, right? I mean, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I would listen to these books while I was sleeping. So they became a part of my subconscious. I started creating all of this reality, started creating all of this knowledge, and all because I ingrained it in my subconscious. So I speak today, and I can go for hours and hours and hours because I have 20 years of self-improvement inside of this mind. And a lot of it just comes out because it's all ingrained. A lot of you're still winging it right now. A lot of you that are a little bit newer, and you wonder why you don't get a lot of results, it's because you haven't mastered your craft yet. I've already done my 10,000 hours. I'm already a master of my craft. I'm a master of my mind. I'm a master of my craft. I know what I'm doing. I know how to overcome objections. I know how to build businesses. I know how to manage money. I know how to stay organized. I'm a master of my emotions. I'm a master of discipline. I know that stuff now just because I've been doing it for so long. I have a dream video that I just made on what's that, iMovie. And all I did was I put a lot of my affirmations, or my the things that I want to accomplish, and I put them in the affirmative. I am making $2 million in total cash flow this year, right? So I see that. I see the words. I make $54.79 every single day. That pops up in my phone every single day at about 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I watch my dream video, and I talk about, I'm building great leaders. My agents are awesome closers, are amazing people. I have fun building my business. So all these, it's about 4 minutes long, and it just, before I go to bed at night, I watch it. And so all of these ideas, all of these things, all of this reality is being created. So look, so you wonder, okay, so, 10 years down the road when I'm, whatever's happening to me, great things are happening, you go, man, that guy got lucky. No, it was day in and day out, focused on the things that I wanted. And that's what you're going to do. And that's what you're going to focus on, all right? So, give me a little thumbs up, man, if you're in with that, man. Promise me you do that, okay? Because that's made one of the biggest differences in my life. I promise you that. And number 5, and I'll go through the other 5 on maybe another day sometime. But thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it, man. Bill Aceto, you're a stud, man. And Laura, Pena, Cody, Shane, Hansel, what's up, buddy? You're awesome. I'm proud of you, man. Big Blue, man, I love you, buddy. You rock, dude. Kevin Ranger, always love hanging out with you on these Instagrams. Randy and Shannon and Kelsey, thanks, guys, for all your support. Number 5, what will be the pain? All right, that you got to ask yourself this all the time. What will be the pain if you don't take action? Okay, so that's got to be a message that you constantly tell yourself. Hey, Jason, had a blast with you the other night, man. Richard, thanks, man. Ryan, Paul, and Alan. Hey, man, appreciate you guys. All right, so that's a question. I want you to get up every day. This is what's going to eliminate procrastination. Procrastination is just because you haven't identified what you really want. That's why you procrastinate. The reason why I don't procrastinate that often anymore is because I understand how painful it is not to do it. Okay? So you're gonna think about all the time. You're gonna think about what is the pain, and you're gonna make that pain so real. You're gonna make that pain so intense that you're gonna avoid that pain. Because remember, we avoid pain, and we guide ourselves. We will do more to avoid pain than gain pleasure. And so if we have massive pain that's being created in our bodies, in our minds, we will steer away from that. And so when I think about not doing something, it's painful to me. I create the pain. And then what I do is I guide myself to the pleasure. Because I know the pleasure's coming. I know, look, it is exciting to get recognition. It's exciting to make big money. It's exciting to win big. It's exciting to wake up every morning knowing that I've been able to achieve a lot of my life goals so far. And look, man, I'm 42. I'm a 42-year-old man. I'm just a young pup, man. I'm just getting it going right now. I'm just only beginning right now. I'm only just getting started right now. You have not seen the last of Daniel Alonzo, I promise you that, man. We're just getting started, baby. We're going to do something huge together, all of us, man. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, let's do some questions. Jeff Reed, man, you're awesome, buddy. Appreciate you being on. Geek by Nature, facts, man. Hey, Geek by Nature. Put your real name on there, man. Change your Instagram name to your real name. I would recommend that. So if anybody has any questions, I think somebody asked something a little while ago about prospecting. What is your response when you're prospecting and you offer the opportunity and they ask, well, what is it? Well, it's financial services. It's really too involved to get into right now. Let's get together, man, so we could talk more about it. So what do you want to accomplish in your life? So you tell them something, but then you always ask a question. So that the person that's asking the question, just remember this, when you're closing, any of you, the person that's asking the question is in charge of the conversation. That's why you want to get your young guys in the business, and whatever business, you want to get them on this call right now, because I'm going to teach you how to close, how to be more effective, how to get more yeses. And so ask a question. So what do you want? And then it opens it up. Now they're going to start responding to you. Now they're going to start saying, I want to be more successful. Okay, great. So what's your plan to get there? Well, I was thinking about doing this, or I was thinking about doing this. And they haven't done anything yet. So you say, great, let's get together, man. Let's talk. Right? I mean, 10 minutes wouldn't hurt you to get together with me, would it? No. All right, great, man. What's your number? Let's get together, man. Or what's the best day we can get together, have a little bit of coffee, maybe we'll meet at my office, whatever. And just make it easy. Just make it easy for people to say yes. Some of you make it so difficult. You go on and on and on and on versus just making it simple and easy. So, all right. let's get a couple of other. Zenny Tram, what's happening? Thank you for getting on. I know that you get on quite a bit. I appreciate that. Cold calling from the white pages, good idea? Nope, not a good idea. Never cold called. Actually, I cold called for 1 month, but I didn't cold call people. I cold called businesses. So I would call, like, for example, Payless Shoe Stores, and I would ask for the manager, and I would say, hey, look, man, I'm a manager in charge of expansion. We're growing like crazy. We're always looking for great people. You ever considered a career change if the money was right? Something like that. And then, of course, that would open up the dialogue, and next thing you know it, I would invite him to my office, and then we'd have a conversation, and I think that month I recruited like 6 people, personal, and then because I was training those people, and I'm really great at getting people off to a fast start, that it was easy for me to get lots of results. And then I never had to go back to cold calling because I got so many results with those 6 people that it literally guided me and took me because of referrals and all that kind of stuff. I never ran out of people ever. I mean, for my entire career, I never ran out of people to go see. Tell me, what books do you read, or make yourself disciplined? Hey, look, one of the things I would recommend, go to, well, obviously you're on my Instagram, but go to my Instagram and just scroll through my history. And there is a sign that says what books to read. It's actually in my office. I just took a snapshot of it. And it's a great list. It's got about 20 books that are my favorite, all-time favorite books. Now, I put the thing together a couple years ago, so there's some books that I've read over the last couple of years that are good also. But I would recommend go through that reading list in order, okay? So go through my history after this live and check that out. There's some great stuff. I mean, I think the first one is Think and Grow Rich. It's really one of my favorite first books to read for any of you. Like some of you new recruits, Bill Aceto or Jeff Reed or whatever, you guys make sure you read Think and Grow Rich ASAP, man, because you got to get your mind right. Also, How to Win Friends and Influence People, because, if you can't get people to like you, man, you're pretty much screwed in business. You'll never build a successful business. You'll never be successful at anything. How about, hey, you guys like the new shades, by the way? I got some new sunglasses, these new Ray-Bans, so I just want to know if you guys like the new shades. Anyways, all right, so let's see. What did you do to be a good closer at the kitchen table at such a young age? I listened to a lot of Tom Hopkins. I listened to a lot of Hector Lamarck. If you go onto YouTube, Hector Lamarck has an 1 and 11-minute video on how to overcome objections. It will change your life, man. You should watch that, honestly, because in my day, we had tape cassettes. So I used to put in tape cassettes and listen to these guys. And the thing is back then, there was like a lot of scripts and stuff, but nobody really ever taught you from the stage. Everybody was just trying to motivate you. They never really taught you exactly what to say. And so that video that Hector does, I think, is the best on how to overcome objections. The other thing you can do too is on my website, building-leaders.com, building-leaders.com, and the link is on my Instagram. If you go to that website, I got a how to close workshop DVD. I got DVDs on how I do my first night presentation. I got DVDs on how I recruit across the kitchen table. And so if you just watch these and learn from these DVDs, I mean, they'll probably cost you, I don't even know what they cost, but an outside company, puts all the DVDs on there for me. But whatever they cost, I guarantee you they'll help you close better. They'll help you get more results at the kitchen table. So Juan, great question, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you getting on. But that's what you're going to do. For someone that is young, what are the books to read to increase the level of leadership, to attract 30 to 40-year-olds, follow them in this opportunity? Look, I think, because I got in at 21 and then I started hanging out with 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and stuff like that. I wanted to recruit a little bit of an older demographic because I wanted to get in some of those markets. But there was not really a book that I needed to get into those markets. What I had to do is I had to get my skill level up. I got to get more competent and confident. The more confident you are and the more confidence you have, the better you're going to do at anything. So you got to get your confidence up by getting your confidence, you got to get your confidence up by getting your competence up. How much of your business comes from social media? Look, guys, I mean, the truth is there are people that contact me quite often through social media. So there's no question about it. This has been a good thing for my business. I built a brand. I have a lot of people follow. I think we have 25,000 people following me on all the different social media platforms that we're on right now. And so we get, every month there's a few people that call me, but that's not the way that I built my business. I didn't build it through social media, but we're in a new era right now, man. I recommend every one of you starts getting in the habit of being on social media every day. I think there's a lot of people in Primerica that are doing an amazing job at that right now. Gary Cornegay II is really, to me, an inspiration to me, what he's done. He has built in his base shop, one of the top base shops in the entire company, but he has done an amazing job at understanding social media and creating that. I think he was telling me, he was at the house the other day and he was telling me that 100% of his recruits come from social media today. So he's built some awesome leaders right now. I know Vivian is amazing. And I even follow Diana Herrera. She's awesome on social media. So they got some great people in their office that are doing great things right now using social media. So, make it a part of your game plan. There's no question about it. Make it a part of what you're doing to grow your branding and to grow your business. And by the way, Gary Cornegay Jr., he's actually speaking at my event on October 7th. So I'm doing we got at the Ontario Convention Center, we're putting on a major event. And we got some incredible guest speakers out there. Abraham Montiel is going to be one of our guest speakers. Gary Cornegay II is going to be one of our top speakers. Bunch of $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 speakers. Obviously, I'm going to be there. I'm worth $15 million today as a young man. And I'm going to be telling you how I did it, man. I'm going to be telling you exactly how we got this thing to the next level. I'm going to share a lot of my secrets on how I did it. So hope that helps. Jeff Reed, what can you do when you don't feel comfortable in your knowledge on the subject? Read. Listen. The knowledge and the information, it's already there. So you don't have to worry about not being knowledgeable about something. The information is there. You just got to go find it. You got to go get the information as quickly as you can. And it's all there. I mean, I got YouTube channels, man. Hopefully all of you guys are subscribed on my YouTube channel. I'm not kidding. I mean, a new recruit comes in, there's a playlist that shows, there's a playlist on new recruit process. You could actually plug a new recruit into watching those 15 videos. He'll know exactly what to do for the next 60, 90 days in the business, man. It's unbelievable. Thanks, Jeff, for getting on, buddy. A. Garcia $1,000,002. How do you keep good attitude when things are not going either at home or the business after getting rejections left and right, man? You just got to buck up, man. You got to suck it up. You got to keep, believing in yourself and knowing that most people are not willing to continue on. So, see, I knew that I would be successful because I knew nobody would do what I was willing to do. Even right now, come on, man. No, most people are not willing to do. Last month I did 18.5 in personal production. This month, probably do another 10K personal. And I'm not even trying that hard right now. I mean, seriously. Most people aren't getting on social media every day. I am. Most people aren't as excited as I am all the time. I am. I mean, so look, I just know that in the grand scheme of things, after all said and done, we'll be out top. We'll be out front. We'll be one of the people on top, all because we were consistent. We stayed disciplined to what we believed we should be doing. We stayed focused day in and day out, man. I'm not saying we don't take breaks. We take a lot of breaks. We go on travel the world. We do lots of great vacations with our families. But look, man, I got a 15-year-old and 11-year-old, man. I'm not done yet. I'm not retired. I'm not going to move to Tahiti anytime soon. They still got to go to school. So while I'm here, man, while they're young, I ain't going nowhere. So I got another, 10 years in me, man. I'm going to blow and go this thing. I'm going to blow and grow this thing to a major organization doing, $5 million a month in premium. That's my focus. In the next 10 years, we're going to get that done. But see, the thing is, it's fun. You got to have fun with this thing, man. Rejection is, they're not telling you no, they're telling themselves no. You're looking for people that are looking for you. Don't ever forget that. Most people are not looking for you right now. They might be in 5 years. They might be in 1 year. They might be in 10. I got a guy that just came back. He's been gone for 8 years, but now he's got kids and a family and a home and a job and all. He's doing better. He was a young man when we first met. Now, he's like, all right, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to, and he's kicking tail right now. So how do you work around? Thanks, Chepe Time. How do you work around an RVP that is constantly telling that they will call you back and don't? You know what? Look, the truth is when I was working the business, there was a lot that I didn't like about my trainers. One of my trainers, he's no longer in the business anymore, but one of my trainers, he told me a lot of things. He was a flaky guy. He told me a lot of things he was going to do. But again, I knew that I would beat him. I was just trying to push him to RVP so he would get out of my way. That's what I was focused on, man. Look, flakes never make it in life. And remember, some of your heroes in business right now, like you're a district leader and you're looking at your regional and your regional's kicking butt and doing all these things, but then you're kind of looking at them and you're going, well, they don't work that hard. They're just overriding their team right now. They're not really, hey, look, you're going to pass them up. If you do the things that they're not doing right now, eventually you will pass your heroes. And that's just the truth, man. That's so I knew I would pass these guys. So I make more money than that guy. I make more money than my RVP today. So that should be one of your goals. I'm just going to make more money than him, and that's it. Just focus on that. And the good news is no matter what happens, as you grow, he grows. As your people grow, you grow. It's just the way the system works. That's a good thing. Jose Sanchez, what if I'm not good at getting people off to a fast start? Then you got to go to the website, man. I got a great video on how to get people off to a fast start, how to do 10K. You should go on there. You should watch the videos. You should get educated because look, the only reason why you're not good at something is because you don't know how to do it. You got to have a system and a process that you can follow every single time, okay? I just screenshotted that picture. All right, Kevin. All right, what should I do? Let's see, Mrs. Renee Flores, there is now a Think and Grow Rich for women. Nice. That's awesome. What do you tell a person about building distribution? What's your system to a fast start? Again, got videos on that. I'm not going to go through that today. What do you focus on with the new recruit? Man, I'm not even kidding. I get them. I literally recruit somebody. We recruited somebody at my house yesterday. Bill Aceto, we got a new recruit with a new stud on board yesterday. I made him pull out his phone. I said, type in YouTube, Daniel Alonzo, and then you need to make sure that you subscribe right away, go to the playlist, and then click on how to set up appointments. What's your market? Who is Primerica? All these different things I got people to focus on, and it really helped them. It really helps them a lot get off to a fast start. It's just because the reason why your new recruits don't get going fast is they don't know what to do. And you might tell them once, but who gets something after one time? Nobody does. So because I reinforce it, like the guy from yesterday, Brennan, that we recruited, he said, I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to watch every one of these videos. And that's exactly what I wanted him to do. So that way he could get the knowledge. So that way he's not just winging it. He gets the knowledge. He understands why we're asking him to do what we're doing. There's a funny little cartoon video on there talking about direct selling and the great things about it and how ridiculous it is that some people might, say bad things about it or whatever. And there's all kinds of really cool stuff I talk about. I overcome objections. I let them know what people are going to say, how to say it, what books to read right now, how to self-improve, keys to success, all this stuff. It's all on the YouTube channel. I'm not in Primerica, but I love how this applies to any business. The energy, enthusiasm is still there regardless. Hey, thank you, Angel20. I don't know if that's Angel or Ann. Anyways, thank you very much for getting on the call. We got a lot of people that send me messages all the time from all types of different businesses, real estate, anything sales. People want to get better, and so thank you for getting on. I appreciate your time. There's also how to win friends and influence people in the digital age. That's good. That's very good advice. Thank you. Who was that, man? Thank you, Miss Renee Flores. That's great advice. Can help us. A lot of people ask, why should I listen to you 23 years old with no life experience? It's because you know more than they knew. Look, just my basic skills that I got by showing up to trainings and listening to successful people. Look, I knew more at 21 than the average 40-year-old man. I mean, just you hanging out with me right now. Think about it, right? I mean, think about the things that you learned today, right? You learned the past does not equal the future. Most 40-year-old men, they're beating themselves up on shit they did 20 years ago. They can't get out of their own way. Most 42-year-olds don't understand that they're going to do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. That's why they never get pleasure. That's why they never get success. Hey, think about it, man. You learned today at 23 years old. The greatest stories come from the people that hit rock bottom. They don't understand about their story and how powerful their story is. They don't understand. Most, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-old people, they don't know that their reality is what they mostly think about. They don't have affirmations. They don't have dream videos. They don't think about stuff like that. Right? What will be the pain if you don't take action? Look, older people, they've never been taught this stuff. It's funny. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on success and that kind of stuff. And then I also, it gets weaved in there sometimes, like videos about celebrities and stuff like that. And some of those videos, man, they get 800,000 views, man. But then I look at some of the success videos from some of the most successful millionaires, and some of their views, they get 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 5,000 views. Like nothing even close to, Beyonce and Jay-Z talking about something. I mean, it's mind-boggling. So you at 23 know more just from this conversation today than most older people in the world. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get you off in about a minute. Overcoming objection stays in the radio, man, 250 times. That's why you're going to be incredible. I feel hurt when people have to call to do an appointment or prospect. How can I change that feeling when I feel hurt when I have to call? You shouldn't, man. You got to start embracing it. Get excited. It's the only way you're ever going to be successful is you get on that phone and you do the things that you don't feel like doing. Alan, Primerica, how much time do you spend trying to motivate someone when you're in a hurry to build? Look, I mean, the truth is that you're going to spend time with people that you believe deserve that time. And so I, look, don't ever beg anybody to do anything. They're going to do it because they want to do it. And so look, the power of your mind is powerful, man. You got to get excited about learning. Get excited about getting better, doing better, and stop giving a shit about what anybody else says about you, man. Stop worrying about other people and their thoughts about you. The haters are gonna hate, man. You ain't never gonna change that. Ever since human beings have been around, there's been haters. There's been people that get jealous. There's been people that complain and whine, and they're little crybabies, and they're always trying to cut corners and all that. Look, you're always gonna have that. So what do? You rise above, man. You keep getting better. You keep believing in yourself. You keep believing in the system and the process. You keep understanding that your mind is the most powerful thing in the world. Your mind is dictating your future right now. Believe that you can win. Decide that whatever you dream of, you think of, you visualize will ultimately become your reality. I believe in you guys. Thanks for getting on. Dream bigger than ever. Do it now.